Hello and welcome to the first ever edition of the Warrior View. I'm your host, Jess Todd, and thanks for joining in as we'll highlight all of the in-season sports teams that make up the Foxborough High School Warrior community. Spring sports are in full swing right now, and it has been an exciting season so far to say the least. Taking the field on Thursday was the baseball team as they squared off against Davenport League rival Canton. The Warriors kept it close early with the help of pitcher Chris Howell, who recorded 4 strikeouts on the day. However, some mistakes in the field prolonged innings for the Canton batters and cost the Warriors some runs. Kevin Powers led the Bulldogs going 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. On the other side, great pitching by Canton's Griffin Jerrier, who had a complete game with 6 strikeouts, didn't allow for much Foxborough offense. But that didn't stop Connor Longley from hitting 2 for 3, including an RBI double. Unfortunately, the Warriors dropped the contest 8-2. Also this week, the Warrior baseball crew took on another Davenport League opponent in Sharon. Mike Piper was at the helm for the Warriors, surrendering only 3 runs to the Eagles. Sadly, the Warriors' bats went cold down the stretch, and the boys were forced to take a loss 3-2, dropping to 0-10 on the season. The baseball team takes on Franklin and Taunton this coming week in search of their first win. Next, the softball team took the Diamond Friday to take on Taunton. Mistakes was the story of the game for the Warriors in the field as they struggled to get off the field and into the batter's box. Ariana Zanecchia recorded 3 strikeouts on the mound for Foxborough, but good hitting by Taunton led by Kaylee March with a double and a triple, along with 3 RBIs, caused the Tigers to tally 15 runs. Taunton's Jessia Leekso and Amy Kistner combined for 6 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, and the shutout. The Tigers took the contest 15-0 in only 5 innings. Earlier in the week, the softball team defeated Canton 13-1 on the shoulders of Ariana Zanecchia, who pitched a gem for the Warriors while their bats came to life. However, they lost to Westwood 2-0 in a close game where runs on both sides were hard to come by. The 4-6 Warriors face King Philip, Oliver Ames, and Milford in the upcoming week and hope to go over the 500 mark for the first time this season. Now off the diamond and onto the court, the tennis court that is. The girls' tennis team holds the best record of all the spring sports at Foxborough High School right now, sitting at 8-0. Picking up 2 3-2 wins over Canton and Sharon this week, the Lady Warriors have proven that they can grind out victories in close matches. Leading the charge for Foxborough were the Prenos sisters, Emma and Diana, who have both performed at a high level since the day they stepped into the doors at Foxborough High School. More from the court at Foxborough, the boys' tennis team is similarly enjoying a great deal of success. After dropping their first match to Mansfield, the boys went on a 6-match winning streak, including a 3-2 victory over Canton on Thursday. Wes Young and Liam Reitz are a strong 1-2 punch for the singles, while Jack Marino and Varun Nami Christian hold down the fort together in doubles. Unfortunately, the Warriors lost in straight sets to Davenport League powerhouse and defending league champion Sharon. All of the Foxborough boys held their own and earned games here and there, but the depth of the Eagles proved too much in the end. The loss won't dampen the Warriors' morale, though, as they now boast a 6-2 record and look to 3 matches this coming week against Franklin, Taunton, and King Philip. We now move on to check out the Warrior track and field team. Throughout their season, the girls have had consistent performances from Liz Holmes and Haley Sykes in distance running, Catherine Tamulonis in hurdles, and Berlinda Duar in the high jump, while Gerard Darcy and Jake Pond in sprints, Justin Zupanik in high jump and hurdles, Brendan Lally in shot put have been leading the boys. Luckily, I had a chance to catch up with Haley Sykes and Gerard Darcy about their season so far, and here's what they had to say. Okay, Haley and Gerard, thank you for taking the time to meet with me. You guys are 2 of your respective captains for your track and field teams. So tell me a little bit about how your season's been going so far.
We had a good season this year. Very consistent. Lots of good performances. Pretty happy with it. Lots of hard work. Finished, I'd say, 2nd in the Hawk, small Hawk, behind a 3-way tie. But it was good. It was a good season.
It's been good. It's been a lot different than how I remember it now that we're older and we're kind of leading it. But so far we've had some good performances, a lot of girls stepping up, and it's been fun.
All right, sounds like you guys enjoyed it. Who have been the standout performers in your guys' perspectives?
We've definitely had big performances by all our captains. Between me, Justin Zupanik, Brendan Lally, Tim O'Toole, Jake Pond. We actually gained a baseball player in Will LeBron who came over in the first week and came on strong. usually a winter guy, came over to run some spring track and did well for us.
Ours have been like the three captains, myself, Lauren, Shea, and Rihanna, and then Catherine Tamilonis in both hurdle events, and then Berlinda DeRay in the jumping events. We've had a few freshmen like Hannah Burns come up who can really like do anything you ask her to, so that's good.
All right, and being the captains of your guys' teams, can you say that you really taken the opportunity to enjoy your seasons?
Oh, of course, it's always a blast. You know, we had close to 90 guys come out this year, and they're all just fun to be around, fun to work with, so.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's sad that it's coming to an end, but we made a lot of good like friendships and things that will last forever. So that sounded kind of corny, but it's true.
Okay. If you could change one thing about this season, what would it be, if anything?
I definitely want more time. I mean, it went by so fast that you just want to keep going, but gotta end it on a good note. So going to Hawks on Saturday, see how we do, and hope for the best.
I would change the weather. All of our meets were rainy, cold, and super windy. But besides that, everything was like perfect. And like Gerard said, I wish it would go on longer.
All right, and Gerard, you just mentioned the postseason. Do either of you advancing on, or are any of your teammates moving on?
Yeah, we have Hawks Saturday, so that's probably have about 20, 30 guys going. Same with the girls. And then States a couple weeks after that, so should be good.
Yeah, so far we've had a lot of girls qualify. Kayla Seppi, Catherine Tamilonis, Liz Holmes, myself, Berlinda DeRay, Anna. There's been a lot of girls who have qualified, and we're hoping to pull together a relay team, so those meets will start in like 2 weeks.
All right, being seniors, last word. One memory that will stick with you forever from this track season or from any of the ones that you have participated in while being at the high school.
Definitely the trips after our meets, with like just the captains and a couple of kids from the team, go out, eat dinner together, reflect on the week, the day, the particular day of our meet. So that's always a great time. Gonna miss it.
Probably just all like the car rides together, just like even the ones just to the track in the high school. There's just so much stuff that happens that you're never gonna forget. So.
Okay, well, Gerard and Haley, thank you very much for taking the time to meet with me. And I wish you guys the best of luck with the rest of your season and any future endeavors that you may find yourself in the coming years.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Once again, thank you to Haley and Gerard for your input, and good luck the rest of your season. Finally, we move to the first two teams that call the new Sam Burns Memorial Field their home turf, boys and girls lacrosse. The girls are once again off to a strong start and a favorite to win the Davenport. The Lady Warriors took on newfound rival Ashland this past Friday. Goals were hard to come by on both sides as a result of some strong goaltending by both Ashland and Foxborough. Some early offense by Ashland earned them an early 3-2 lead, but that wouldn't last long. The consistent attack for Foxborough, led by Katie Notarangelo and Siobhan Nolan, who both had 2 goals, dominated the time of possession for the Warriors throughout the game. Carrie Long was also strong both on defense and in the draw circle, winning the ball for the Warriors on the majority of the time. Also this week, the girls lacrosse team faced a top 10 team in Medfield and also Davenport League opponent Canton. Morgan Ames led the charge against Medfield, netting a hat trick, but the Warriors unfortunately lost 11-5. But the score is not indicative of how the Warriors played. It was neck and neck the whole game. Versus Canton, 10 different Warriors scored in a 12-6 victory, while Melissa Lynch had 10 saves. The girls now stand at 8-3 atop the Davenport and square off against 2 strong Hockomock teams this week in Mansfield and King Philip. Meanwhile, on the boys' side, the Warriors are off to a bit of a bumpy start, but have been showing a great deal of potential as of late. Saturday, the Warriors took on a strong Framingham team. Zach City hung tough in net and stopped 6 shots in the first half alone. Coupled with some great defense and a strong offensive push early, Foxborough jumped out to a 4-0 lead by halftime. Liam Lynch led the Warriors on offense with 2 goals and 1 assist. Framingham wouldn't go down easily though and rallied a great second half comeback to tie the game late in the 4th quarter. However, Brian DeVellis was the hero, scoring the eventual game winner with 23 seconds remaining in the game, capping a much-needed win for Foxborough. The boys also competed against Division II rival Reading and Canton this week. The Warriors found themselves in a slump, down 9-0 late in the third quarter against Reading. However, a strong fourth quarter comeback headed by Jess Todd, yep, that's me, who had 4 goals and an assist on the day. Sadly, it was too little too late for Foxborough, and they dropped the contest 11-7. It was a different story on Monday, though, as the Warriors topped rival Canton 9-2 with great defense by the core of Luke Valenza, John Tang, and Tom Rogers, while Pat McCarthy tallied a hat trick at the other end of the field. The Warriors now stand at 6-5 and look to 2 tough matchups this week against Hockomock League rival Mansfield and also Division III powerhouse Cohasset. Off of the field, both Warrior lacrosse teams help to make a difference in the life of one of their own, which brings us to our first Warriors in the Community, a segment where we will discuss any Warrior athletes helping to make a difference off the field and around the town of Foxborough. Danny Nickerson, a cousin of boys JV player Colby Nickerson, has been diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor at only the age of 5. However, this resilient young man hasn't let it get to him, and he is trying to live the happiest life he can in the time he has. For his cause, the Hero Helpers of America, joined by the entire Nickerson family, held Danny's Family Fun Day to raise money for Danny, as well as research to support his disease. The entire lacrosse program at the high school was in attendance, helping in whatever way they could. I think I can speak for both teams when I say that it was very rewarding to be able to help such a great cause and meet all of the wonderful people that Danny has surrounding him. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Danny and all of his family. Well, that concludes the first episode of the Warrior View. Thank you so much for tuning in to the highlights of all the teams that make up the Foxborough High School Warrior community. Also, a big thank you to Foxborough Cable Access and all of its volunteers for making this broadcast possible. Until next time, Foxborough, good night.